And welcome back to a Thrumnal video review of Transformers Prime, not First Edition, RID Cliffjumper. However, I wish he was the First Edition. No, instead I got this. Not happy with this at all. Overall, you know, bigger tires in the back, smaller in the front. He is definitely a cliff jumper to me. I can't complain. I mean, you do have visible footage here, but So, transformation. Pop the side panels for the back here. Come back here, grab the trunk, lift, and we do it again. One more time, come on. Work with me. There we go. Work with me. So we pop out the connectors on the side panels here, bring down the leg, pulling it out of its thigh, which actually leaves the thigh relatively hollow. Or thigh area. Bring down the foot, rotate the foot. Bring down the foot, rotate the foot. And yes, mine is suffering from weak hip syndrome. Ball joints are a bit... I mean, the entire gray plastic they use for these is that lighter gray plastic than the crotch section. You can see the difference in that. And it's such a loose plastic that I'm afraid in a few months that he's just literally going to be able to pick them up and wobble them like a GoBot. Yes, I know. I made a reference to a GoBot joke. Rotate his shin pieces. Now, pop back this hood piece and rotate this back completely, straight back, to expose this little tiny tab right there. I'll see if I can... Ooh! This little tiny tab right there is going to plug into this hole right there. My focus is not working so well, but it's there. So we're going to lift and get my oversized sausage thumbs out of the way. Plug this right together. Let's zoom out enough. Bring down the shoulder panels, revealing the head itself on this gear thing, which, again, rubber horns, but he has a crazy head thing going on. So, bring up these, bring down the shoulders, bring down these. So you bring down the hand, rotate the hand, bring up the hand, and then fold the entire forearm cavity. There's these two peggy things right here that'll peg onto the framework of the car and clip right there. And then you just bring the glass over, and then you just rotate the arm around and fold over the bumper. I'll show this in a little better clarity on this side. So, bring down the shoulder. We're going to do a little differently. We're going to rotate that forearm piece. Then we're going to just simply bring down the arm. And then you're going to see these two peggy things are going to slide over the framework here. So once we do this part first, is rotate the hand up so it's pointing toward the inside. Fold the arm. And then get the other arm out of the way. Bring down. See, there's the dual peg thing, and clip. That was it. Bring down the door window down to the arm. Bring down the arms, and then do a jump Optimus Prime hip twist of the waist. And there's the fake bumper wind light grill thing that's clearly on his elbows. Yes, his forearms are this big, his biceps are this big, and his elbow may be a dual jointed elbow, but still, it is crap. However, the first edition has a ability to fold up the hand and bring out 3 blasters, like he did in the show, where he actually kicked butt. This one Has a single firing blaster of, well, Super Soaker. Just, or if he gets tired of, shooting people and he runs out of ammunition, he can just beat them in the head senseless with a axe, which does not look like an axe at all. There's no sharpness to it at all, so it's more like a motor hammer of pain. I'm letting that sink in because it's still awful. Do I recommend the figure? Why not? It's a Cliffjumper. I'm not entirely sure if they're going to reissue Cliffjumper along with the other first editions that they said they're going to reissue. But anyways, onto articulation, quickly. He has this insane ball joint, which, allows him to look and turn and do all sorts of weird stuff. He's got full 360, although on a really weird angle with this awesome ball joint that gives him absolutely no clearance to turn his arm sideways because of the wheel. Dual elbow, way up in the middle of where his forearm should be, or his bicep should be. Not that cooperative most of the time. Rotation of the elbow, or the wrist, is there, but floppy. Hips, floppy. Rotation of the thigh is there, but it keeps getting caught in the groin section on the fake wheel. Knee, single jointed, but the way it's designed, it folds up more than 90 degrees. I mean, it folds right into its own calf. Great ball jointed and hinged foot, so you get some good foot stances if you can get the hips to cooperate to keep his weight. If you wanted. However, if you can get your first edition, or you can get the Dakara purple one, cool. Get the transclearant one. It is awesome. However, and yes, I'm sorry, I just used transclearant. Imago, I apologize for stealing a word from you. Anyways, he is a good figure, fairly nice. Some goofy parts, but I can't really complain too much. Outside of that, I believe he's a decent figure overall if you're going for completist for the first series. If you can get the first edition at a reasonable price, by all means, get the first edition. Way better figure. Yeah, because he's got weapon storage. The weapons are stored in his arms, which is awesome. And that's about it, really. So, this has been Thrumnal with Transformers RID Prime Cliffjumper. Yeah, that's about it. Have a great one.